Hey everyone, this is IMAX Nation 1980 here with part 5 of my thoughts on the future of animation. Still going on, still on Pixar at the moment. Today, Pixar announced the two films that are coming out in 2013 and 2014. They didn't announce what the titles are going to be, but they announced what the plots to the two movies are going to be and what they're going to be about and who's going to be directing them. The first one, which is coming out November 27th, 2013, is going to be directed by Bob Peterson, and it's going to be about dinosaurs. And this is from the comingsoon.net article that just got that was just posted. It says, "What if that life-changing asteroid missed the Earth? The hilarious tale depicts a world where dinosaurs never went extinct." Now, that sounds like a lot of fun, and hopefully it will, turn out to be like that. Hopefully it will be a very fun idea. And I'm glad that they're only revealing like little details about it and not the whole thing. It's very exciting. And Bob Peterson, this is great that he's going to direct a film. I mean, I believe he was the co-director of Monsters, Inc. But it's nice that now he's in the director's chair. He's the head of a project now, and that's coming out November 27th, 2013. The other film is going to be directed by Pete Docter, and from the description here on Coming Soon, it says, "From director Pete Docter comes an inventive new film that explores a world that everyone knows, but no one has seen, inside the human mind." That could be a lot of fun, too. Both of these ideas have a lot of potential. They can be very, very creative films, and hopefully they'll turn out to be very good. And it's Pixar, I won't doubt them. Those, of course, are coming after Brave and Monsters University. And once I heard that, once I saw that article, I definitely had to do the next upcoming thoughts video, or future of animation. So, tell me what you think of these two ideas. Do you think they will work, or do you think that they're not up to par? I mean, we can't really say because all they revealed was the ideas, what the films are going to be about, but we can't really make a judgment until we see the trailer. So are you excited, or do you have, or are you not too crazy about these ideas? I'm personally very excited. I'm glad that it isn't Toy Story 4 or anything. And I'm a little disappointed that it's not Newt, but I have a feeling we're not going to be seeing Newt for a very long time, but it's good that we're getting two original non-sequel productions, and I think it's safe to say that Pixar is not going downhill anytime soon. As long as Brave and Monsters University turn out to be good, I don't think there's anything I don't think we should be worrying right now. I guess Cars 2 will be that one mishap, but who cares? They're human. They can make mistakes. So yeah, that's all. That's what they revealed today at the D23 Expo, and they're revealing a whole lot of other things right now as I'm recording this. They were also talking about John Carter. They showed some footage, I guess, from John Carter, which Pixar is working on with Disney and Jerry Bruckheimer. The trailer is up. You can go check it out. It's coming out March 9th. Could be a really good movie. So yeah, now that I've talked about all the upcoming Pixar films for now, I'm going to move on to Walt Disney Animation Studios, whose future could be really good, but I wouldn't get too excited because for a while Walt Disney feature animation has been, they've been having a lot of trouble. I mean, ever since the Renaissance, they could never catch a break. Now, Tangled grossed $200 million. It was critically acclaimed, and it was very popular. So, now that Disney has a success behind them, this is like their first huge success in a while, they're probably more confident now in the future. Now, Winnie the Pooh, I went over why that didn't do so well. I don't think they were expecting that film to be a hit, although with the right marketing, it could have been a modest hit. I mean, it could have at least grossed about $100 million. It would have been nice. Maybe do Princess and the Frog numbers, but you see, the thing about Walt Disney Animation Studios is that it seems like they've never been really confident in their movies. As even though Tangled was a success, I felt the marketing for that film was awful at best. But hey, it worked in the end. Tangled went on to gross $200 million. I mean, it was Disney's biggest success in years. I mean, it even outgrossed The Princess and the Frog. But I think The Princess and the Frog could have been just as successful if it was released, if it was given a different release date and not the week before Avatar and several other holiday competition films. And they could have. I remember the marketing for The Princess and the Frog, being kind of lame. They could have marketed the film a lot better, which is too bad because personally, out of the previous 4 Disney films, I think Princess and the Frog is the strongest. I know many will disagree with me, but I still liked Tangled, Bolt, and Meet the Robinsons, but I felt that The Princess and the Frog was the strongest out of the 4 films. But you can disagree. So I firmly believe that Disney has been getting better ever since Michael Eisner stepped down as CEO, resigned. I think the films have been getting better. I consider Meet the Robinsons to be sort of the bridge between the Michael Eisner era and this new era that we're going through, the John Lasseter Disney Pixar merger era. I think it's a little closer to the Golden Age and the Walt era than even the Renaissance. And you can call me crazy. I mean, the Renaissance back in the late 80s and early 90s, that was a very, very good time for animation because finally Disney had the energy to make films that could be very entertaining and very successful. I think the Renaissance didn't last forever because Disney ended up repeating themselves and they didn't go anywhere else from there. But that's just my humble opinion. And then, Pocahontas, Hunchback, and Hercules did less than Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King. I mean, Tarzan managed to outgross Beauty and the Beast and Pocahontas, but it didn't make as much as Aladdin and The Lion King. And then ever since Tarzan, the Disney films have had trouble even reaching $100 million. I know Lilo and Stitch made it, but, I mean, back then Lilo and Stitch, I guess, was seen as a sort of second coming, but, it was, from 2000 to 2005, it was very, very tough times for Walt Disney Feature Animation as they, went from the leader in feature animation, and now they were now they were at the bottom of the barrel. They were behind Pixar, DreamWorks, and Blue Sky, who was a newcomer at the time with Ice Age. But now Disney is working their way back up, and that's a good thing. And with Tangled being a critically acclaimed film, along with Princess and the Frog and Bolt, they're trying to prove that, they're not going to go down. They're here to stay. And what they really need is a better marketing department. Bolt, The Princess and the Frog, and Tangled, I believe, were poorly marketed. Same with Winnie the Pooh. And, releasing them on the same day or within like 1 week of a huge blockbuster. I mean, Bolt opened up against Twilight. I mean, I know it's a completely different demographic, but still. And, of course, Princess and the Frog opening a week before Avatar. And Tangled opening a couple days after Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Winnie the Pooh opening the same day as Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I think Disney does an awful job at picking their release dates for their films, but, that's just me. I mean, I know people like to say, yeah, but those films, appeal to a different audience, but still, I still think it kind of affects. I mean, Kung Fu Panda 2 opened up against The Hangover Part 2, and I think if Kung Fu Panda 2 opened up a little earlier, it probably would have grossed over $70 million on its opening weekend, not $48 million. So the next Disney film after Winnie the Pooh is Wreck-It Ralph, which they revealed the image for today, and I like it. I think it's the logo for the film, and it looks wonderful. Hopefully that the animation style for this film, they'll try to make it look like a retro video game, like a 1980s arcade game with 8-bit, or maybe make it look like an 8-bit video game. There's a lot of potential in the idea, but the plot is about, according to some sources, the plot is about a video game bad guy who is going to be a good guy. And, like I said, it sounds too much like Despicable Me and Megamind, but who knows? Maybe they'll pull some sort of plot twist or something. Maybe they'll add to it and make it interesting. It comes out November 2nd, 2012. Now, after that, Disney might bring back King of the Elves as a hand-drawn film and release it in Christmas 2013. It's a rumor for now, and they're also working on Mort, which I believe is part of a book series called Discworld. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that is supposed to be hand-drawn. That might be coming out in 2014.